Where this? Hi, I'm Steve Henson, and I am so glad to be here tonight sharing a great success story. We have for years, been supporting men, and we made a public outreach that if there was people that were interested in leveraging our network for various ways to help with our mission, we wanted to hear from them. And I got a reach out from Jenny Krause, who is a health and wellness coach, and it was just a beautiful thing. So Jenny, please introduce yourself and tell us about the amazing culture you're trying to create at your construction site.
Yeah, so I'm Jenny Krause. I am a health and wellness coach on a construction site. So this is something that is very unique, first of its kind. So what I do on the construction site is I promote health and wellness. So I can do that several different ways, whether that be out in the field, walking and talking with the guys, seeing where they're at, trying to help them achieve their goals within anything health and wellness. And then the second main thing that I do is I bring on health services to site. So that's kind of where I tied in with Prostate Network. But it's really a big culture change that we're trying to work through. I've got the support of the general contractors and their client. They are wanting to make this something that is not just a culture change on their own personal work site, but it's something to kind of move through the construction field in general, having the guys not just come to work and leave as they came, but to actually have them come to work, promote the health and wellness, and have them leave even better than when they got there on the job site, to bring them back home to their families, their friends, in an even better state of mind, whether that's physically, mentally, emotionally. All those dimensions of wellness is something that is very important to the general contractor and our client. And so that's my main goal, is to really help that culture spread there, bring awareness to a variety of different health and wellness topics, and kind of make them more aware of what's going on, and kind of having them actually care about their health.
I witnessed it when after we gave our talk to the men out there, and we were doing the screenings. I heard a lot of them. They some of them talked. I was there available to listen to them. I had never heard men at work talk like they did. They love it there. They love how you guys are treating them. It is absolutely a beautiful thing. It's great what you're doing, and I know they genuinely really appreciated that culture you're creating. So, how many men did we manage to catch and get?
We were able to catch 30 guys that came in to the screenings. And I'd like to say one of those guys actually, if you remember, he wasn't going to screen. He walked past us, asked what we were doing. We told him. He's like, oh, no, I'm fine. And then he came back maybe 30 minutes later. He said his wife was like, you need to go get your screening. And so he was one of our walk-ins. So I think that was also another little success that we had. That guy, he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not doing this. Even though we were there, we talked to him. He was like, I'm good. But then he came back and was like, yeah, I need to do this.
I feel like you can send his wife flowers for that talk that she gave him that day. That's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many guys do you think were out there when I gave my talk?
Yeah, I think probably close to 500 guys around that time, maybe 450, 500.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So I want to share with folks how we delivered the message, and then actually what our message was, because it became so effective that it was in the early morning. The guys, the group had gathered up. I think it was sort of a once a week or twice a week thing, and you had my slides up on this giant screen, and I stood up on some scaffolding, and I shared this story, and at the end there was a QR code, and they all knew where to go anyways, and they just could sign right up and just go right there, then not have to get in their trucks, not have to think about it, not have to get their insurance card out. They just got to go get screened for free right then after they got to talk. And so here's the slides. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Share. 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 Men's Health, our take. I shared my story with the intention of making guys not be like me, because I had no symptoms. I had no idea what a prostate was. I had a family history, but it had been kept a secret from me. I had been taking my health for granted. I wasn't doing annual physicals. And at age 46, thank God for a Boy Scout health form, my doctor made me come and get a wellness check. And that was when he didn't have any talk with me. He just screened me. And I don't want other men to be like me, where, it was just pure luck. Here's some brief statistics I shared with them. About 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed. African-American men are dying at almost 2.2 times the rate. And the second leading cause of cancer deaths in men is in the US is cancer. And this is the leading form of cancer for men. And this graph was shown just to say, look, the trend is supposed to be going down, and it's not, and we can do better. The survival statistics is the highlight. It's almost 100% if it's caught early, but if it's caught late, the survival rates are not the same, and the treatments are radically different. And I think this was one of the keys to my talk. Was I was looking these guys straight in the face and telling them that, if ED is a problem, if you're concerned about it, or if your partner is, then you want to catch it early, because if you catch it early, the treatments can leave you, continent with less ED issues and everything else. But if you wait till it's caught late, you're in for a world of hurt and also a lot of horrible side effects. And people love you, and don't be selfish. And I think that really got them. I think that telling them that people love them, and then, if they wanted to have sex, like with the old, style, that's where it goes. Our advice, everyone, to get an annual physical, eat healthy and exercise. And survivors, there's over 3 million of us living with it. So I'm sure that there was survivors out there in the group with that many men, that those who get support, have a safe place to go to talk to others, are getting along better mentally and physically. And support is everywhere. It's a hard thing to talk about, but those guys that are going completely alone and not talking to anybody, it's just a really needless suffering. And you can get support without having to wear the t-shirt like I do. And to caregivers, the men, they love you. Sorry, they express fear as anger, and prostate cancer brings on a lot of fear. So on behalf of all of us, we're sorry. They love you. And talking helps. We hold our meetings. Anybody who's watching this already knows, first Wednesdays every month, 6:30. And this was the free screening. And we're sharing this because we want anyone out there who wants to try to do this with our help to know that we're there for you, and we would be happy to partner with you. If you are out there and you've got ways you think you might be able to do something like this, please go for it. This was a highly effective approach where I was able to get a doctor to come with us. He validated everything for the guys, did the screenings, and they pushed the blood through. And Jenny and her team were awesome, and it worked. And that's for sure. That one guy, who I remember him well. That is so great that he got that early detection gift. So thank you all so much, Jenny. You take care.
Yeah, thanks, Steve, for having me.
Bye.